Hello, my name is Frank and I'm with the Deca Software Company, and today I'm going to show you how to set up credit reporting for Collections Max. So credit reporting is set up in our Collections Max Administrator if you hit Utilities and then Credit Reporting. This is our credit reporting screen, and if this is the first time setting it up, there's a little bit of manual stuff you have to do, but it's not too bad. If it's the first time doing it, you're probably going to have some errors and stuff, and I'm going to show you how to get over that. All right, so we have all accounts being reported. If we hit select, sorry, your request returns no matches. That doesn't mean you don't have any accounts in the system. That just might mean that you don't have any accounts set for credit reporting. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some accounts in here. I got a small portfolio, only 8 accounts. We're going to do this quick so that I can kind of show you how this goes. So Joe's Bail Bonds, we're going to hit select, and there's 8 accounts in here. And you're going to notice over here that the original creditor classification, association code, and account type are all blank. I'm going to show you how to fill that in. So if we hit the setup button, which is the big white button here, we have the association code. We're going to have that just automatically set. If you wanted to force that, like if you knew that this particular portfolio was nothing but business accounts, you could automatically force it. We're going to have it so that it's automatically set. Original creditor classification, I believe these are personal services. And account type, we're going to hit this as collection agency / attorney. Now by default, if I hit OK, Collections Max will put all of these listed here into the credit reporting system. If I wanted to just not report a single account, I would check that off, or not report all of these accounts. I could check that off to remove it, or just report a single account. I could check that off, but since I want all these reported, I'm just going to click OK. Okay, so you'll see that these are all filled in, and if I go over here and I go all accounts being reported and I hit select, you'll see the same accounts. That means that this can be reported now. So what happens with Collections Max? Like, how do I go on an account and adjust things for credit reporting? So you could select an account, and you could go over here where it says edit record. Okay, and this will give you ways that you could, for instance, select a paid in full account. You could do different compliance codes. There's all these different types of credit reporting codes and stuff. There's a pamphlet from Data Linx LLC that'll kind of explain most of this. The majority of the time you want to report things like bankruptcies, you want to report things like paid in full accounts, stuff like that. Okay. The other thing is that you can have your collectors or a manager or something like that do this as well on Collections Max Professional. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's get out of here, go into Collections Max Pro, and we're going to go click on to the settings. Enter the admin password, and under where it says credit reporting, you want to check off where it says enable credit reporting and click OK. And what that does is anytime, like let's say that we go over and we do a work buy of Joe's bail bonds, okay? And this collector has this. And anytime that I go to change the status, it doesn't matter if I change the status on the account or if I hit cancel, you're going to see for credit reporting this pop up. This means that it's in, this will only pop up if this particular account is in the, in the previous screen where we set for it to be reported in Collections Max Administrator. This will only pop up when you hit the change status, and it has to be in the it has to be an account that's being reported. And here you can adjust these and do these things as well and report the account. Okay, so we're going to go back to the administrator, and we're going to I'm going to show you how to debug some of these problems that might be on here. I'm also going to show you how we can send a file to Data Linx so they can convert it into Metro 2. Okay, So after you've pulled up your accounts that you're going to report, you're going to want to test. Now you're going to notice there's a test mode and a live mode. The live mode does not turn on until all the errors are gone, okay, after you test it. And what the live mode does is, by default, you only want to do the live mode once when you're going to actually report, because what happens is it keeps track of how many times you send closed accounts, because you only want to send closed accounts no more than 3 times. After that, it goes into the database and it makes it so that it doesn't send those accounts no more to the credit bureaus. Okay, that's the difference between test mode and live mode. Okay, so live mode, when you do this, you only want live mode. You only want to do this once a month. So, and you can hit test as many times as you need to. It's not going to do anything. Generate error map. It's kind of like if you had a whole ton of errors and you wanted to see it in a spreadsheet with, like, it'll make everything in red that's wrong. That's the error map. To me, it's easier to do it here. So we're going to hit test. You're going to notice that there are errors. Okay, and live mode didn't come on or nothing. And the errors are here. Okay, so if this is the first time you're doing this, you're probably going to have a whole bunch. Okay, and you're going to have to correct these, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so if you hit the export errors button, and I'm going to do something like errors, you save it on the desktop. Okay, errors exported successfully. Okay, that's how you export the errors out. Now, if you notice, there's nothing on here about addresses or anything. If you go up here to auto fix, you could hit this to fix incomplete addresses. If you had a bunch of those errors, you could do that before. There's nothing about addresses here, so we don't have to do that. But this will go to your address log and pull up the latest address and use that instead of, because you might have return mail or something else on file, and at least that way you can still report the old address. But we don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna show you how to fix these errors here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our errors text here, and you're gonna see these things. And we're gonna go over and we're gonna go to, gonna go to import accounts, manual account entry. Now, if you notice, this file number, it has 3 things wrong, so we can do all this at once. Hit copy and paste the file number there and hit search, and then hit modify. So the first thing is it has a blank social security number. Well, it's all zeros for the social, and Collections Max won't let you report an account that has either all zeros or, it's missing a social security number. So if you find the social security number and you put it in there, that should fix that error. Okay, let's see what else is there. Missing the date account opened. Okay, well, date account open would be over here. Okay, so we could try 0, 5, 10. Okay, if you know what that is. Okay. The other thing is you have the delinquency date. Okay, delinquency date is kind of like the first day that everything happened that that led to the charge off. Okay, so you have the delinquency date. I'm gonna put, for instance, 07/10/2017 for the date charged off, and I'm gonna do the same thing for the delinquency date. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. Work phone is wrong, so I gotta change that. Okay, so now I just modified the information on the account. Okay, let's go back to the credit reporting system and see if that has changed anything. So all accounts being reported, checked, hit select. Okay, we're gonna hit test. Test complete. Live mode will now be selected and enabled. Please test again in live mode for export. Okay, so you're going to see that go to live mode. So if you hit test again, okay, you're going to see generate file for Metro to conversion. Okay, this is the one in live mode, so we're going to click on that. Okay, now what this is going to do is it's going to generate the range. Okay, there's a date range here. Okay, and we're going to do last month, so we're going to do this to this, because what this is going to do is going to take into account all the payments on file and everything. Okay, so we're going to save this as Metro 2 or whatever type of file you want to do it as. We're going to click save and then click OK. Okay, credit report export for Data Linx LLC completed. Okay, so let's go over here, let's minimize this, and this is the file here that you're gonna be sending Data Linx LLC so they can convert it. Okay, and if we open this up with LibreOffice, you'll see we have the 8 accounts. You'll see that it has some information on here as far as what it's supposed to be, and they should be able to transfer that into Metro 2. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If you have any problems, please fill out a support ticket on our website, and we'll catch you on the flip side.